Serious time. Good start. Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Yeah, I'm sorry for sort of abandoning this channel for a little while. It's funny because, well, not funny in the true sense of the word. I originally started this channel because I wanted to, take away the stigma attached to talking about mental health and suicide and everything, really. Then when it came down to it, I wasn't really sticking true to that because there's some people in my life that would prefer that I didn't talk about such things publicly for fear of anyone finding out that I have struggled with some things. And even when I was, actually making videos on here regularly, I was really letting that kind of outside pressure, that sort of outside influence, limit and restrict what I said, and the depth that I went into as I was saying it. I wasn't really staying true to my message or to myself, and it's time to change that. But yeah, I think it's just time to really keep it real. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say in like my usual long rambly way is that I want to get nitty gritty. What does that mean? Is there a better way of saying nitty gritty that doesn't involve the words nitty or gritty? The more serious I get, the more clothes I need on. So, if I can just pass on even just a little bit of wisdom or hope that I've accumulated through my recovery, then it's absolutely worth anyone finding out. The biggest thing that I learned was patience. Just patience with myself. I think that's very important when you're struggling with anything that's very internal, either here or here, or it's kind of connected, isn't it? So here. Because problems of the mind and the heart it's just so easy just to be so frustrated with yourself. And in this time when you really need to be the kindest to yourself and the most forgiving and the most understanding, it's usually when you're just the most unforgiving to yourself and just the most judgmental. And I think the reason is because it's just sometimes it's so hard to see progress, and you might be working really, really hard to get better and to get your life together. That's kind of a phrase that you say to yourself a lot, get your life together, as if it's that easy. And it feels like the only things between you and getting your life together, getting yourself together, is yourself. And it's just the biggest battle every day when you're battling yourself. And you tend to just be really so mean to yourself. But I know it's probably an overused comparison, but I'm going to compare it to a broken leg. If everyone else around you is skiing down slopes in the Antarctica and you had a broken leg, you couldn't just say to yourself, come on, so, stop being so ridiculous. Yeah, it's just a broken leg, come on, everyone else is doing it. Yeah, and it's just it's this frustration. I think a lot of the time, people that don't suffer from mental illness, I'm sorry if that isn't a good word to use, just a blanket term for it. There really is just so many different struggles, and I guess it's just easier to say that than listing every single one of them, and I don't want to exclude anyone. What I'm trying to say is, oftentimes it's that side of it, the pure just frustration, is often overlooked. I think for me, when I dropped out of college, when I sort of I had to drop out, really, I think I expected recovering to be a much kind of quicker, tidier process. So I was just okay, I'll just drop out of college, I'll just get this over with. A few weeks, a few months, I'll be ready to go. And it took a bit longer, and I still wouldn't say I'm 100% there yet. It's very easy to get very discouraged, and I think a lot of the time that's where the hopelessness comes in, because it doesn't seem, nothing seems to be getting better. Let me share a tale with you. It's about a special kind of bamboo plant in China. Just bear with me. Just let me take you on this journey. Namaste. Let's go. Yeah, this special kind of bamboo plant in China is planted. So it's planted in the ground like plants are. You know how it works. And it's watered and it's fertilized and it's taken care of and it's talked to and it's given and sunlight and all that. And for the first 5 years, nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. Sometime during the 5th year, this flippin' bamboo plant just shoots up 90 feet in like 4 weeks. Did the bamboo plant just grow really quick within those 4 weeks? I think not. Or was it actually growing all that time in those 5 years? That is exactly the way it is for life and for recovery. Even though there's no visible sign of anything, something is happening like beneath the surface, and you just need to have patience and faith as much as you can that something is happening. And just don't, I know it's so hard, but don't stop trying. And the relapses, they're not failure. They're just not. You know, they are lessons along the way, and it's feedback. It's really just feedback. I don't think there's anything, actually I know. I'm gonna say I don't think, because I hesitate to say I know. But I don't think that there's any such thing as failure. I think there's just results. And it's what you do with those results that count. So what I had to learn to do was to take every relapse as a lesson and see what I could learn from it. You know, I'm still learning to like stay away from triggers, and that's something that, I mean, it's difficult. You can't wrap yourself in cotton wool, you know, but I wish you could. Flip. I don't know whether you guys know this, but I'm a freelance writer, and just this week I had like 15 weight loss articles to write. It's like, I mean, it wasn't a good idea. It was quite triggering, but I mean, now I'm writing about how to romance a girl, so, you know. I guess just the message of this video that I want to get across is just patience with yourself. And Flip, I mean, how many times did you give it, like, a toddler? Like, how many chances did you give it to walk before you're just like, it's not happening. This kid is just crawling for the rest of its life. It's a lot like learning to walk again. And learning to walk is hard, but you probably don't remember it because you were small. Don't look at just don't look at what other people are doing. Just close your eyes. Just focus on you, but not in a bad way. You know, it probably feels like you are the problem, and you're doing everything wrong. But like, you are the one that picks yourself up after every fall. And I just know it, like, if you're struggling with depression, anxiety, an eating disorder, anything, and you're still here, like, I know you're doing an awesome job right there. Things will change. Things won't be like this forever. It doesn't matter how long they've been like this. How long it's been like this has no say in how long it's going to be like this. You know, like, the best part is, you know, you will have this newfound appreciation and gratitude and just amazement at everything around you, for life and for just the little things. I will share and talk about everything that I can to help anyone out there who is struggling right now with life. Just anyone who's struggling. I remember watching videos when I was in my darkest of times, and it was from people that had been there, and it didn't like magically transform me in that moment, but it definitely was a comfort to me. And any little bit of comfort when you're in that place is important. Just remember the bamboo shoot, you know, for real. And the butterflies too. Butterflies, don't forget about butterflies. Flip. Sometimes, like, Flip, I just think about butterflies and I'm like, that's amazing, you know. Yeah. Those wings are growing, baby. They're growing. Inside the cocoon. Is it a cocoon? That was just a movie, wasn't it? From like the 90s, Cocoon. What are they wrapped in? Cocoon. I think it's a cocoon. All I can think of is the Pokemon. I can't even remember his name.